look forward to games like this every season. Teams riding momentum, coming in a clash for national supremacy and trying to make a statement as we get close to the playoffs. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see, the number 23 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. To get this game underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a man, it's Mateer. Finds his man, it's Sategna. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. Guys, Oklahoma's transition to the SEC in 2024 taught them a lesson that you might be able to get by at times without offensive consistency, but you won't thrive. So what kind of pressure, David, is the new guy under center under?
A lot of pressure, but obviously the experience, the transfer over. He was the top guy at that spot in the transfer portal. You bring in a new offensive coordinator, new weapons around him, so a revamped new Oklahoma offense. They're hoping.
It's a seam wide open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
Yeah, and we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they ran the option and just hit you in the mouth. But, you know, football's evolved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality and assert their physicality? The good Oklahoma teams are physical.
They'll give it to him again. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's up. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
And the Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. You start the season top 25, clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. Dropping back, it's Mateer. That's good, it's Barnes. He's pushed out of bounds at the 22.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Back to pass. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you've got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Lost to throw again. Dances away. Fires on the move. Complete downfield. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. That's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting it to the big fella at tight end.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. First down, operating in the red zone and doing it in a den of noise. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. It's Mateer. Quick strike complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He's knocked down, but what a play to come
put a nice drive together. That's the opening drive you want. Start driving the football down the field, having success, and then you just get just a little bit aggressive, a little bit greedy, making the throw, forcing it into coverage, and throwing the interception.
Power football with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That play had zero shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Throws to the wideout. Pulls it in. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They'll give it to the back.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Simpson. Quick completion on the out. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Trying to seal the edge on the right. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Miller. On the move at the 30. Turning it on. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Motion from the wide receiver. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to adjust the pattern. This is a design run. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Alabama!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Corner's going to give them room. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Nice move to keep running. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The discussion raged around Alabama last year. Very difficult schedule, whether they should have been included in the 12-team playoff. But if you want to make that field, not only can you not lose to a subpar Oklahoma team, you can't get housed the way the Tide did in that one.
They did give it to him, and Jackson Arnold just scored again. I mean, it was incredible last year. Oklahoma couldn't score for the majority of the season, but on that night, Palmer, they did what they needed to do and kept the Crimson Tide out of the playoffs.
And I think people were so surprised at the lack of any energy or pulse Alabama had on offense. Jalen Milroe, for much of the season, was a Heisman hopeful. He had easily the worst game of his career in that one, so this time around, for Alabama to have any shot, they've got to be better on offense.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. They'll try the run. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, for the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
The Sooners with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on second down. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Caught on the outside, it's Gibson. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. Send the tight end in motion. Looking for room. It's Ott. Got enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that can run the football, be physical. It all started there.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oftentimes, defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Quickly complete. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Motion from the wideout. Looks as if he's going to run it. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. It's 3rd down, and the line to gain is to 36. Tight end now in motion. To throw, it's Simpson. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
They booted away on 4th down. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. They'll get this drive started from the 29. On the offensive line, that's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Corners are going to bail. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. He now has 56 yards on the ground, a very productive first half here in the season opener. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Throwing right. It's caught downfield. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's going to let it go. Makes the grab on the right. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
He'll call for the fair catch here. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Use the play fake, now to throw. On the move, he fires. Complete to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Quarterback making checks. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Dropping back, it's Simpson. Fires to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
And good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Miller. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on 3rd down. He's going to throw deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. The DBs will back off a bit. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Pulls it in. It's Burks. They bring him down, but it'll be 1st down at the 42. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air, it's Mateer. Got his man on the right. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And the Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Burks. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. These corners backing off a bit. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Sooners will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to pass. It's Simpson. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. At midfield, he's got room. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
And that's why these quarterbacks are just so hard to defend. It's a pass play. He drops back. First down. Got to play the whole field up. Scrambles around. Runs for a first down. New set of downs. New set of problems.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I like the idea of going toss to the field, but you got to have better blocking by your wide receivers out there on the perimeter. They didn't get it done, and as a result, that's a negative play.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Makes the grab over the middle. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. Quarterback may change this route. Gets the back moving. Back to pass. It's Simpson. Fires to the big fella. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
From the gun to give, looking for room. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
Got it in the middle. It's Horton. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Miller. Touchdown time! And that one will give him the lead. Getting set for the point after. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Miami is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 18 to UNLV. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Give to the single back. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. They'll try to run for it. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on third down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
And the Sooners are flying down the field. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Another big play for this Sooner receiver, dare I say, Hollywood-esque.
Hollywood is right, and that's one guy that comes to mind, by the way. But This offense, it just does what it does. No matter the name, no matter the coach, whoever it is, it's going to be high-flying, it's going to be fast-paced, and it's going to be really good.
To the air on first down. Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up second down.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Moves around to clear up the vision. There he goes. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced than a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
The Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. Looking for a gap. It's Barnes. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They go to the ground. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Nowhere to go on that run, and that brings us to the end of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Alabama 14, Oklahoma 7.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Calls his own number. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. If you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but he couldn't get it done.
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Using his feet, fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stops short of the goal line.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Paul.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. They'll try to sneak it. Sneaks it into the end zone.
How about make no mistake about it? Line up, bring in the big boys. You know, you probably have a good idea of what I'm trying to accomplish. 4th down situation, and the offense comes through playing with a little physicality, a little muscle.
And a little pressure, no problem. The extra point ties the game here in the 4th. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. A quick pass to the left. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And you can tell, all eyes on this dude. Like, this defense is dialed in. They're going to try to continue to stop the run. You can tell, Palmer, it's the main focus of this defense.
Yeah, when we know with this offense, too, they go how this guy goes, and they've just never been able to really get him into a rhythm in this game. And you have to give the credit to the defense. They've been more physical at the point of attack. They've had a good game plan, and the offense just has not been able to counterpunch.
Gets open down the middle. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Trying play action. Gets it out fast. Gets away from one, finds room. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down.
This is a good example of spacing in the passing game. You get the ball to your receiver quickly and just give him a little bit of space so that he has the ability to turn around and make a guy miss, and then go get extra yards.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. The give is to Miller. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Russell. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, that's not necessarily a throw that's going to show up on the stat sheet, but I love the decision. We're in the 2nd half. We've got a tie game. You cannot turn the football over. And if nothing's open downfield, just do the smart thing and throw the ball away. I love that decision by the QB.
Makes the grab. It's Williams. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
Tie game here late in the 4th. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on 4th down.
Let's get some points on that board.
They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Gotta have it here on 4th down. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. Got some room to run. The 30, the 20, past the 10. Touchdown Sooners. The defense putting points on the board.
And at this juncture of the game, one play is going to make the difference. It's going to be a momentum-changing play. Who's going to come up with it that time, Pollock? It's the pick 6 to break the tie.
And the defense, you're thinking, get a stop, get a stop. This is late in the 4th quarter. This is how we're going to get a win. Our offense is going to go down the field. No, they get the turnover, they force it, and they get to the end zone to create the massive game-changing play.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Starts from their own 25-yard line. He might want another play. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Oklahoma. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
Man, what a play by this defense. You're trying to get the ball back to your offense, trying to salt this game away and get the win. Not only do you create the turnover, you get the touchdown. Now you take a 2-score lead late in this ball game. This defense just stepped up in a big moment.
Fair catch called for and made. In play, first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Miller.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. trying to pick it up on the ground. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Yeah, nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter. You're just trying to take a shot and see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Scanning the field, it's Russell. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, honestly. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late.
Don't let him rest.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
They want to run it left here. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Each corner is going to give them some space. The give to the tailback. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. A couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.